My name's Josh Paterson, and I'm the Executive Director of the Law Foundation of BC. The Law Foundation of BC is a foundation that is set up to support legal research, legal education, law reform, law libraries, and legal aid in BC. And it's been around for over 50 years. It funds a lot of the frontline legal services for low-income people, as well as a huge range of justice initiatives among First Nations and Indigenous communities and other communities throughout the province. For us, this feels like a really important and rare opportunity for a philanthropic foundation like us or for other donors to support something that is truly transformational, that is unique really anywhere in the world, to rebuild Indigenous legal orders that have been suppressed, and to do so in their entirety, not piecemeal, not tiny project work. What this work is looking to create is a societal transformation, is a change in the way we think about law, we think about justice in Canada. We know, and we've long known, that Canadian law, the laws of our provinces and territories, are not the only laws that operate in this country. And yet, because of the long history of suppressing Indigenous legal orders, it's been impossible for those two legal orders, Indigenous legal orders, the many orders across the country, and Canadian law, to coexist, to stand together in a space of equality. Bringing about that kind of change will have such far-reaching impacts across Canadian society. And it can only be done when there is really generous support for this kind of work, because it takes a long time to do. It takes a lot of resources to do. And that's why we were really excited to be invited to be a part of this work. The aim in this project is to not just do little projects here and there, nation by nation, to revitalize Indigenous legal orders and to rebuild parts of their laws, but fundamentally, from head to toe, if you will, to rebuild entire Indigenous legal systems in several nations in different regions across the lands known as Canada. This is something that's never ever been done before. It's never been attempted before. There's a real opportunity to build a future that doesn't replicate the harms and the injustices of the past. And the only way to that future is to deliver on the long-standing promises that have been made to Indigenous peoples in Canada, that their authority, that their legal systems, that their ways of being and deciding and governing themselves would be respected. In order to realize that vision, Indigenous legal orders need to be rebuilt. This is big work. It's over a long arc of time. And it's something that really needs foundations and donors to step up and support over a long term. For us, we see it as a fantastic opportunity to be a part of something that is really going to create good for people, not only in this generation, but over generations to come. Once this model starts to pick up steam, once the initial nations that are going to be working through this model have gotten towards completion, that's only 5 out of how many Indigenous legal orders there are across Canada and across Turtle Island. And so there is a ton of work ahead, and a massive and exciting opportunity for philanthropic foundations to become supporters of and partners in this really transformational work for Canada.